been coming to the events probably for about the last 6 or 7 years, right way through for the behavioural management and the behavioural safety events.
Very good. I think the format of the workshop, the environment it's created there is fantastic. I think everybody participated really well and a lot of learning.
When I come to an event like this, many people have some background in behavioral science, and so they're looking for those new pieces of information and new stories that they can bring back to the business.
Far superior, to be honest. It really is. Much more down to earth and practical, I find. I mean, the whole behaviour-based safety idea is about, for me, is about being practical and making it happen in the workplace. It's not about paperwork or procedures or anything, trying to get away from that. So a practical approach in the conference is good.
They were a lot more engaging and a lot more what I would call useful, rather than just having people talk at you. It's food for thought. There's an opportunity to engage with the speakers more and to actually learn.
Absolutely excellent, and there's so much work has gone into them, you can see that. So no, really pleased with what we've seen this morning. It's still at an early stage too.
Well, I always find Howard very inspiring, and he brings the right amount of comedy in with his talks, and it really hits home.
From the one I attended earlier in the year, I've actually developed from that a really good presentation to take back into the workplace so that I could share all the key learning from the conference.
Who would I target these events at? I think I would get companies who are attempting to they have lots of discretionary effort out of their workforce that they need to make the thing really work. And if they're struggling a bit to figure out how to unlock some of that stuff, I think coming to this is be very insightful, give them lots of tips, practical tips that they can take away to make a difference in a day probably.
I think that behavioral science is common sense, but most people haven't discovered it fully yet, and so as we teach people more about behavioral science, it becomes easier for them to understand why behaviors are occurring, and then once they can observe why those things are occurring, they can figure out how to adjust the environment to get some new behaviors to occur. So fundamentally, BMT helps businesses get those kind of new behaviors that will help them have safer practices and better productivity and more innovation and whatever else it is they're looking for.